few weeks ago, like we went to like the sushi restaurant, like me and Katie, like
Really?
So, and I was like, what was like Alaska roll,
Yeah.
I was like,
You guys don't have rolls in Japan.
We do, but it's normal. You just got a single cucumber in it. It's very.
Yeah.
there's no avocado.
It's not like mayonnaise, avocado, and all that, right?
That's a little wild. Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Sometimes they have like the 911 Dragon Fire Roll or something. That's
Cream Team.
하늘을 잃은 가슴에 총선만이 울리네 저 바람은 슬피 울고 이 땅을 짓는
Hey, that song is dope. Yo, that's a Japanese song, right?
Yeah, very Japanese song, but it's very like mixed like Asian songs,
Japanese and Korean?
Yeah, Japanese, Korean, and Chinese.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, very
Damn.
Asian hybrid,
Connecting everybody.
Precisely, yeah.
Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yo, everybody, welcome to another episode of the
Cream Team.
podcast. It is your host, KT, and I have my co-host here today.
Hi, how's it going, guys? My name is Ko, like KO, like Knockouts. So we have a special guest today. So
I'm Koa. In Japanese, that would be Koa. Yoroshiku ne.
Yeah.
よろしく。
よろしく。
ありがとうね、来てくれて。
Hey.
楽しみにしてます。
Ko, could you introduce us in Japanese?
So, yeah, about this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so これはコリアンアメリカンの、KT 率いる、ポッドキャストでして、彼がいろんなエイジアのバックグラウンドがある人とか、アジア系のアメリカ人とかをこうやって読んで、いろんなことを根掘り葉掘り聞いていくという番組でございます。
I didn't hear Cream Team one time.
Sorry. Yeah, so
That was way too deep. I just wanted a simple sentence. Could you do it for me, my brother?
KT がホストのクリームティームっていうポッドキャストです。
Boom. Perfect. That's all I wanted.
So much, yeah.
Koa, thank you so much for coming through.
Yeah.
Look at our special guest, bro.
Thank you.
Yo, I have a question. Ko, how is this Japanese? Like, I hear you guys. To me, obviously, I don't speak Japanese, but it sounds great.
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, like in a few days ago, I think in campus, like I was talking about it, like with him, about he's like Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
So his Japanese is very like perfect, like very fluent. But the thing is, like his like Japanese sounds more soft.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, very soft. And
Would you call it like an accent?
Yeah, the accent, is slightly different from like Japanese, slightly. But it's not like, his English, his Japanese is not like fluent. You know what I'm saying? That his tone, accent like sounds very soft and sounds very like well-mannered.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
understand.
Yeah,
It sounds smooth.
it's not rambunctious. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, like, that's interesting. I mean, how does that make you feel? Do you feel like, what are you more comfortable in? Because your English is like perfect.
Conversationally, I would say both. I was raised speaking both, so I feel comfortable
With both.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
you,
both English and Japanese.
the real question is, what language do you dream in?
I get that a lot. I actually just dream in visuals. I know that sounds ridiculous, but it's like watching a movie. It's just reliving vague old memories.
There's no monologue?
I don't think I have a conversation. I definitely do have a conversation in both. I've been told that I sleep talk. And I sleep talk in both languages.
That's low-key a flex. That's what's up, bro.
Weird weird flex that I can't really. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not even aware of it. But
yeah, that's dope, bro. Yeah, so like let's just to introduce it. This is the little homie right here. He's super dope. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your background and like what you've been like, how long you've been in America and all that.
Okay. I started college about 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, going even further back, I was born and raised in Japan.
Oh, what part?
Tokyo.
Okay.
Tokyo, big city.
Tokyo.
Yeah, capital. And I was there for 19 years or so.
Uh-huh.
I went to a school where they had international. It was called an international school.
Yeah.
But they had mostly an American curriculum.
Mm-hmm.
With elements of Japanese sprinkled in there. So that's what I was doing most of my life. And then after 19 years or so of that, I decided to come out here for college. But I would go back to Japan every summer, every winter.
Wait, so how long have you been out here?
That's even a hard question to ask. I started college 3 years ago in 2019.
Okay.
Like 4 years ago, roughly. But I've been, with COVID, taking gap years, gap semesters, going back summer break, going back winter break. I haven't been consistently here for over like 6 months.
Wow.
Just back and forth all the time.
Damn, that's a trip. I feel like so my international Korean friends, even though they're born and raised in Korea, kind of what Ko said, there's they're not like completely native in the tongue. I don't know how to explain it. Like cause you're kind of coexisting in the mother culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're in Japan, but like your schooling is American. Like everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're speaking English at school.
Yeah.
Which that's why it's a foreign school, right?
Yeah.
Like how do you think you like resonate? Like, what is home to you? Would it be Japan?
Yeah. Home would always be Japan. Japan is Tokyo is home base.
Hell
There's
yeah,
nothing
bro.
else
That's
that
what's
can
up.
replace it.
Yeah. Okay. And then, do you feel like Japanese people when they see you, and they kind of embrace you as like, oh, like this is the native Japanese?
Not always. Especially before I talk to them, they'll treat me like a foreigner. But the more I talk to them, I think,
Kaijin.
yeah.
Yeah. You already know.
I don't get that straight up, and it's once I get closer to the people, then that term comes out as friendliness and all that. But mostly I would say I do get that initial like foreigner or like, oh, you're different sort of treatment. But then the more I talk to them, the more they'll start understanding that I'm probably more Japanese at heart than I look.
Yeah, of course. I mean, bro, you're born and raised there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's that.
Yeah, that's a trip. Like, do you think like it's probably the biggest flex though when they like treat you one way off your looks and then you just come out with perfect Japanese. You know what I mean?
I would say so. I mean, yeah, like it surprises them at first. I like to say I've been playing that joke on a couple of people recently.
Really?
It gets old, but
give me one scenario. I want to know. That's hilarious.
I had a situation where my buddy brought a friend from San Diego.
Okay.
And this friend was like just white, and I just pulled up to my buddy's house and started speaking in like broken English with like like oh, my name is Koa. Nice to meet you. I exchange student.
And very Japanese, yeah.
And it was bad, but then she's like, "Oh, you're doing really well." And I was like trying to figure out words. I draw with marker. I like art. And I was saying like stupid things, and she's like, "You're doing a good job." And then I'm like, "All right, bro, I'm off. Like, I'm gonna dip. I got some work to do." And she was like, "Wait, what just happened?"
That's hilarious.
But that's that kind of thing happens.
Your Asian accent is good. Your Japanese accent is very good. It's accurate.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. That is dope. Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Very. I think that's syllable, like kind of like Japanese. Very like speaks like I don't know, separately like the words. There's no linking. When you speak like like when Japanese speak like English. Like let's say for example, like when you say like you know what I mean, like they would say you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Watashi wa. Yeah. I feel
like
you.
There's no linking.
That's
between
interesting.
consonants and the vowel. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's a trip.
Yeah.
And how about you, Ko? Like you growing up, I'm sure you've seen a lot of half Japanese people.
So that's a good question. So actually, the answer is like I think depending on the area, like sometimes you can't see like the Hapa people.
Yeah.
So
do you know the term Hapa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like my area, like I'm from Nagoya, so that's a city, but it's more like suburban area.
Right.
So I don't know, but the mixed people were a few to me. Looks like it looked like in a few, like, and I couldn't see a lot of like mixed people, like except for the Korean, like Zainichi Korean people.
Yeah.
So actually I've never seen white and like Japanese mix person.
I'm
so,
a
like,
rarity.
yeah.
What? So he's your first one.
Well, I mean, not first. I think in elementary school there was only one girl.
Okay.
Like, she was like the white and Japanese mix. But
I'm sure like on TV and stuff like that, you saw that.
Bro, true.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So that's what I mean. Like, you acting like it's like your first time seeing. Yeah.
But in real, like I didn't like I couldn't meet with like some like Hapa people. Actually, yeah.
And then now that like you guys communicate and everything, do you feel like oh, I'm with a Japanese friend, or do you feel like, oh, this is like a mixed friend? Like, you know what I mean?
This is a really interesting question.
Bro, that's a good question. Like, I feel sometimes like I feel like so like I don't know, so weird. In a good meaning. Like,
in what way?
Because he speaks Japanese. But like he's looking, is more hybrid.
Yeah.
So I feel very like bizarre, kinda.
Oh.
But
Can't even categorize me.
Sorry.
I mean,
sorry, there's no like the negative like concept.
Of course,
Of course, no.
Like,
No, I know what you're saying, but how about you? Do you not categorize yourself either? Like, do you think you can be like, I'm just mixed, like I'm just that, or do you feel one way? Do you have an identity complex at all? Because Happas out in America, they for sure have an identity complex. Because at least for you, your half Asian side, you're in touch with that half Asian side. Yeah. Whereas Happas out here, they may be half whatever, but they're not in touch with the Asian side because they're born and raised out here. So they feel like they're just white, but they may not look white. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say identity crisis isn't too big of an issue.
Right.
I have people always asking me like, do you eat rice every day? Like, yeah, I actually do.
Yeah.
But what I would say is, because I was raised and surrounded by, when I was like, throughout all of my schooling, I was surrounded by people who were, I call them half, because they're hafu in Japanese.
It's hafu?
Yeah, hafu.
Okay.
Hafu Nihonji, half Japanese.
Yeah. Because I was raised by a lot of hafu around me, I would say, like, I've never had difficulty with my own identity. It was normal. Like, all my friends were, if they weren't half Japanese, half American white or something, they would all be, half Taiwanese, half Thai.
Oh, so you grew up with a lot of hafus.
Yeah. But you can call them happas.
Okay, my bad. It don't sound right when I do it. Yeah,
no, it's up to you. It's up to you.
That's hilarious. Okay, so like your identity to you is I'm just simply half.
Yeah. But I would say if people ask me if I had to pick a side,
Japanese.
I'd probably lean towards more Japanese. Yeah.
Which makes sense. You all, me, we are where we're nurtured at, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How do you feel, by the way? Like,
me, what? Actually, I'm the opposite. I think I'm more American.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, same thing. Like, there's nature and there's nurture. By nature, you're half, but by nurture, you're Japanese. You know what I mean? So in that case, like, you are Japanese, like, right? And for me, like, even though I'm very proud to be Korean, like, obviously, and all that, I don't thinking like, you know what I mean? Like my society, like culture is so much more than just a language. Yeah. Like you guys could talk about some like elementary stuff that all Japanese kids experience and go through. That's culture, right? I can't do that. Like when I was living in Korea, when I would like a lot of times I would like be in a room where Korean people were talking and they'll be like, oh, remember this back in the day and all that. I don't remember that.
I see.
Because I never experienced that. And because of that, I don't fully feel like I'm Korean.
Okay.
But I think Korean American is a separate identity. Like, you know what I mean? Like, especially in LA with such a big Korean community, I'm Korean American and I'm proud of that.
Yeah, it's its own thing.
Exactly. It's my own thing. Like the way I talk, the way I am, you know, it doesn't have to be fully Korean. It doesn't have to be fully American. I can identify with both. Took me a while to understand that though.
No, it makes 100% sense. Though.
Yeah. So I have a question with you then, like on the opposite end. When you're with your Japanese friends, not that you're not Japanese, but you know what I mean? Like a friend like Ko, and then you're with other Happas, do you feel a little bit more comfortable with the Happas? Keep it real.
I have to say only the Happas that I grew up with.
Okay.
There's a certain community and a culture that my schooling, you know, had. I guess it's the bubble. That, you know, it was private international school bubble, and I'm fortunate enough to have seen that. But I will say there are some people out here that are Happas, but they were raised here, or
exactly
they just don't really understand like going out in Shibuya and walking around and stuff like that. I feel you. They don't really understand like getting drinks at the convenience store.
Yeah.
Taking the train everywhere. That's just something that doesn't make sense. So out here, I feel a lot more comfortable, I would say, talking
with Japanese.
Yeah, like Ko.
Yeah. Because you are, exactly. That's like the benefit I think about being Happa. It's like you kind of like, but like you can kind of like blend in the other side, but you can fully relate on the other side as well. Yeah. Depending where you're raised.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damn, that's dope. What are your top 5 favorite Japanese foods? No, you.
Me?
Yeah, I know Ko's.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been battling the top 2, like trying to figure out which one. I would say
ramen.
It used to be sushi,
Sushi. Okay.
but right now it's ramen.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
ramen
really?
for sure,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, cool.
Like
Um,
sukemen or like what kind of ramen?
I think nothing will ever be. I like classics, so shoyu ramen is always at the top.
Soy sauce.
Soy sauce, yeah.
Yeah.
Tonkotsu,
Pork
pork broth.
broth. Yeah.
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 Yeah, I would say ramen's always at the top, and then sushi, but not the American sushi.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
American sushi's terrible. Like not
Yeah.
terrible.
Very
but-
Americanized.
You know,
like, you know,
yeah,
well,
it's whack.
actually, yeah, you know, like a few weeks ago, like we went to like the sushi restaurant, like, you know, yeah, me and Katie, like,
Really?
so, and I was like, what was like Alaska roll, you know?
Yeah.
I was like,
You guys don't have rolls in Japan.
We do, but it's normal. You know, you just got a
Yeah.
single cucumber in it. You just very.
Yeah.
there's no avocado.
It's not
you know?
like mayonnaise, avocado, and all that, right?
That's a little wild. Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah. That's crazy.
You know, sometimes they have like the 911 Dragon Fire Roll or something like that.
I'm dead.
I get disappointed.
yeah,
when I see that.
of course, bro. I feel like, you know what
And
it
it's
is?
always Chinese and Korean people serving that stuff too. Because you know the authentic restaurants don't like, they don't have that kind of thing on the menu.
Yeah.
But yeah, you walk in and they like give you the most broken irashaimase ever. And I get they're trying, but
Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to lie. Can I be real with you?
go for it.
You know, like you're right. It's always ran by Korean or like
Yeah,
Chinese.
Korean, yeah.
You know why? Japanese culture in America has been like integrated in our culture for so long as far as the Asians go. Like Japan has always been like, oh, it's cool. There's anime. There's like fashion. There's like the culture from it, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is Asians, because like 20 years ago, people didn't really know what a Korean was. Or they didn't really like, you know what I'm trying to say? So they would disguise themselves. Like they would basically extort like the Japanese culture for like money, like business reasons.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Because they're just like, oh, I can open a Korean restaurant, but who the fuck knows about Korean restaurant? It's different now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
but but if I open a sushi restaurant, then it's like, and then you think white people are gonna know is a broken, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
because it's catchy, and also like the thing is, I think they utilize, you know, like Japanese culture.
that's what I'm
Kinda,
trying to say.
kinda, yeah.
Extorting was the wrong word, but you know what I mean.
Extorting was the
yeah,
wrong- yeah.
but
I get what you mean though.
yeah, they're just like capitalizing off of it, which is.
Yeah.
But you're right, man. That ain't right. Like it ain't. I'm not saying it's not right. The food ain't right.
Yeah, definitely.
The food is not right.
I mean, I would do the same thing. I wouldn't go to a Korean store run by Japanese people. It's
Yeah.
like the kimchi is different. you
Yeah,
know?
100%. You want to go exactly. If I want to go to a Vietnamese restaurant, I want a Vietnamese chef.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, that's fair enough, bro. I get you. That's crazy.
That's funny though.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
that's hilarious.
so funny. I have a question, Koa. Actually, so out of school, like I think you're mainly like speaking Japanese, right? But
Oh yeah, outside.
I don't
yeah.
know. I mean, like, you know, what is the ratio? Like, you know, like how did you like to make the balance, like, you know, between like speaking English and speaking Japanese? You know.
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel that my Japanese is a lot better than my friends. And I think that's thanks to my mom. We spoke Japanese
Cool.
at home. And everywhere outside, I was always speaking Japanese or consuming Japanese.
Yeah. But your dad speak English,
My dad
right?
speaks English, yeah, but he also speaks Japanese, basically fluently.
Also, like he was trying to like, you know, like communicate with you like by Japanese, basically.
If the whole family was there, we'd speak in Japanese.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Because my dad
speaks Japanese?
my dad speaks fluent Japanese.
Wow, amazing.
But he's from Chicago. He's the white dude from Chicago.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that.
Because like, you know, I've heard the word, you know, double limited. Have you heard of the word double limited?
No, what's that?
You know, yeah, double limited. So double limited means like, you know, both of languages are not up to snuff, you know, are not good. You know, both of languages are not fluent, you know. Yeah. So, you know, that happens like, especially in like international schools, you know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I felt that before. Yeah, I know what you mean.
their Japanese is not good, and also like their English is not even good, you know.
I see.
Yeah.
I would say I'm not. I don't know. I don't want to, be bragging.
No.
I would say that I'm fluent in both languages.
Yeah, I know.
Fortunately.
Yeah, true.
Why?
it's-
Unfortunately, that's fire.
No. Fortunately.
Oh, yeah,
Fortunately.
yeah.
Yeah. I actually think I actually know this kid who I think so he had like a Chinese mom and a Korean dad. I may have that mixed up, but he was raised in Japan and he went to the school where they spoke English. So he spoke 4 languages, but like it wasn't like perfect at all of them. Like he'd sometimes grammatical errors in
Yeah.
English and in Japanese.
Yeah, jack of all trades. you know.
Yeah. So like,
yeah.
what is that? Quadruple limited or something?
Limited, yeah.
Right.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
think all the kids around me, they at least spoke one language fluently. Yeah.
Yo, what are some like Japanese like things that you would like a lot of American people that you find have been like misconstrued, or like some like stereotypes of Japanese people that you just feel are completely incorrect in the American perspective that you would want to like kind of clear up?
Do I need a moment to think? Do you have any?
Sorry, what was the question? Sorry.
Like any Japanese stereotypes that like Americans may have an idea of, but that's just wrong. You know?
Yeah,
Henken?
I
Do you
think
know?
you know henken. True. Yeah,
Oh.
it's, in Japan it's called henken. Like in English, it's called like prejudice.
Okay.
So, yeah, some biases.
Wait, what
so
is it called in Japanese?
henken?
Mm,
I don't know. How do you say in Korea?
I don't even know what you're trying to say though. That's the thing.
Like stereotypes? Right?
Stereotype. Yeah.
Ah,
true,
stereotype.
Like, but
Okay.
like, I think in this sense, it's got the connotation of like a negative stereotype.
Yeah, right. Or I mean, like, negative or not, like whatever
Okay.
it may be. Like if you find like what is it that you find Americans say when they find out you're Japanese? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Because like for me,
Yeah.
they go, "Oh, you're Korean? Yo, I love BTS." Like
Oh,
shit, like,
yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
Absolutely, yeah.
so go ahead, Cole. What were you gonna
Yeah,
say?
so I think last time like we have shared that topic,
Yeah.
then my answer was like
Anime,
trill.
right? But did you see
Yeah.
the last one? So I mean, I talked to my half black, half Japanese friend, right?
Yeah.
And she said my favorite thing about Japanese culture is the anime.
Yeah,
but she's
true,
American though. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I think it's correct. Like some of Japanese like are very like love anime stuffs,
Yeah, right.
They are very like
But it's a stereotype.
weeb, yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think it's not all of them, It's
Mhm.
very stereotypical image, But yeah. Well, all Japanese are not otaku.
No, of course not.
No.
You know, one thing that I feel like, but I lived in Asia for a minute, you know.
Mm.
Yeah.
But one thing I noticed with Japanese people are very polite, generally speaking.
And also punctual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? A jab at how I was 10 minutes late?
I was like, damn, that must be the half side of you.
That's my
No,
American side right
No,
there.
no, but I feel like Japanese people are punctual and like
Yeah.
they're very polite, like very respectful. Because we share that, but I also know in Asia, just because you bow and give things in two hands doesn't really mean you're nicer. It's just a culture thing.
Yeah.
People like Asians know how to bow and say "fuck you," like you know what I mean in their hearts. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's a good quote.
Yeah,
Should put that up somewhere.
yeah, right.
I would say Japanese people on the surface,
Mhm.
they can be polite. They won't say anything if you're like doing something weird or
Yeah,
but
they'll keep it in.
they'll judge you.
Yeah,
That's for sure. I mean, I judge all the time,
Yeah,
but I don't
yeah.
say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they are
That's
very
so real, bro.
yeah likely to like size each other up. I think so. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But is that the same thing in like in Korea? Do you feel?
Yeah.
Like everyone just judges but stays quiet about it. You think? It's
I
just
think
an Asian
Koreans
thing?
are maybe East Asian thing, but like
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, yeah.
specifically Japanese and Korean because we have a lot of similarities.
Mm-hmm,
But I think Koreans are a little bit more vocal about it.
okay.
We're a little bit more blunt, but still, compared to the American perspective, hell no, they're quiet. Because Americans, they'll let you know what it is right away.
definitely.
Yeah, Americans, we're straight up. You know what I mean? So comparing it to that, yeah, definitely there's a little bit of like, because image is very important. Face is very important in Asian cultures,
Very.
right? So they'll rather just keep it in, have their own emotions about it, you know what I mean? Rather than
And
letting it
also,
out.
I think even if they speak something, they're gonna like beat around the bush. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? They don't
Yeah.
say like any direct stuffs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That is.
What do you think of that? Yeah, is that correct or?
I am finding that that's something that I struggle with. I guess that's a way. I don't like, for example, like at work, I don't like talking about money,
Yeah.
like my salary or like.
Yeah, why
my
would
pay.
you? No one does though.
You think so? Because
Yeah.
I had an American boss. Okay, this is weird. I had a boss in Japan who said, like, it was an American company that
Uh-huh.
had its branch in Japan, but he said, like, stop being afraid to talk about money in your pay because this is an American company. Americans talk about money. That's the whole point of America. Is that like capitalist? Like, it is a
I
very
think
money-based situation.
Has your boss have an experience? Was he American?
Yeah, he was fully American. Yeah.
Really?
So
I think that's a sensitive topic for Americans too.
really,
I mean, if you're close to someone, I guess you'll speak about it, But I don't know. Like, is talking about money? I thought speaking about money was a little bit taboo in every culture.
maybe.
Like personal finances, You know, I'm
Yeah.
not talking about money in general, but I thought speaking about personal finances is a little bit taboo in every culture.
So I think money, religion, political stuffs are very.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, touchy subject.
Yeah, the
kinda.
touchy subjects.
Yeah. In
Yeah.
general, like you said, yeah.
So maybe that's not like a half Hapa issue. That's just like
Nah.
a worldwide issue.
I think that I think so. I think
Okay.
so. Like, I'm not about to ask Cole, like, oh, how much is in your bank account? Like, that's
Yeah.
none of my business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's valid.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But yeah, you don't have like, what do you? How about like, if people are gonna travel to Japan, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is it something that you wish that people didn't have the expectation for? Like, what would you recommend they do before going, or, you know what I mean? Like some game. Your buddy goes, yo, cool, I'm about to go to Japan, bro. I'm about to go to Tokyo. What, like, you know what I mean? Let me know.
That's actually funny. One of my friends is actually in Japan right now, and we had that call like about 2 weeks ago.
But not like location hotspots really. Like,
Oh, no,
you
no,
know
no.
about Shibuya
The
and all that
culture
Shinjuku
and stuff,
Yeah, just
right?
like what would you? Yeah, right.
Yeah, I told he's Mexican,
Oh
but
wow.
I told him you'll probably, if you do something that's not very like Japanese like, or it stands out, you'll probably get the pass because you look like a foreigner.
Right. Korea's the
It's-
same way.
That's the thing, right? Gaijin pass mitaina.
Ah,
like,
そういうことか。
Gaijin
パス。
だから OK.
Yeah, kind of guys in
You know?
privilege,
Guys in privilege.
Yeah, you know, yeah.
Bruh,
Yeah.
Korea got the same shit.
Yeah,
But
makes sense.
I told him like, just try not to make yourself look bad because that'll
Right.
just,
Right.
reflect on all other foreigners and all other tourists.
All right.
Because Japan's already like a little bit xenophobic like that.
Oh really? Can you go
You
into deep in-
think so? Like
No, you
Japanese
don't
are
think so?
xenophobic? Like, really? You
I mean,
think so?
what do you tell me about? Explain that a little bit.
I feel
Oh,
like
God.
okay, if someone's talking on the train,
Yeah.
like it's usually a foreigner or like a homeless tweaker or something. But it's not like a normal Japanese person. Do you not? I don't know. That's in Tokyo at least. That's what I've experienced.
I think it's only like older generation, like older people, older like Japanese people, or like I think like the elderly people or like some of guys are xenophobic, like you said. But I don't know. For our generation, like I don't think so. But
Maybe things are changing.
I mean,
Yeah.
can you? What exactly does xenophobic mean?
Just like the fear of the outside.
Fear of the outside. Wow.
like,
Yeah.
You know what, bro? I totally agree with you, bro. I've been here for 30. Like, I mean, born and raised out here, right? But
Yeah.
I've also lived in Asia, and I don't know if Ko told you, I spent some time in Osaka.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been in Japan over like 5 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I know
Yeah,
about Japan,
Hiro's
right?
Osaka, yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you right now, I find Japanese people to be very closed off. Where are Japanese people right now? We have Torrance right here, which are a really big Japanese community. Where are they at? I have my entire life in America, I've had one real Japanese friend, and he's from Hawaii, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But in Hawaii, a lot of Japanese hang out with a lot of Koreans too. So you know what I mean? But like, I do feel like Japanese people are a little xenophobic.
Yeah. Actually, like I think a year ago, like I saw the article, like the Vice. Do you guys know Vice?
Of course.
Yeah, the
Yeah, yeah.
article. And do you know Ike Nuara? Like the black like comedian guy, like he's like American.
Oh,
Like,
study.
yeah,
Yeah.
Nihon no geinin,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So like he was saying, that's some like kind of racial like accidents. Like when like I think he was sharing the story about 10 or like 15 years ago, like when he was like taking the train and like he was taking seat, there was no one like sitting like next to him.
Oh, the classic Gaijin seat.
Classic guy.
Oh, what is that? What is a classic agency?
I've been told. Sorry to interrupt.
It's okay, please. Yeah.
I've been told that the classic Gaijin seat is like you sit down, and even though the train is packed, nobody will sit next to you because you're a foreigner, and whether that's because you smell or whether that's because you're big, I don't know. Those are valid excuses, but some people simply say that they don't sit down because they are of a different complexion, or
wow.
they're just simply because they're a foreigner.
Oh, would you call that xenophobia or just racist? You know what I mean?
But the thing is, like, Ike Nohara was like, he said, like, I don't think Japanese are racist. Japanese just don't know the black people.
Oh, that
was his answer. Like Japanese just don't know that.
You know what?
Yeah.
I say that because I think Korea is the same way. It's not that there is a innocent ignorance. You know what I mean? It's not that they're racist. It's just they don't know. They've never experienced that. So if they look at you and they stare at you, it's not because you're not welcome. Because they're literally like, whoa. Like, you know, it's kind of like.
Yeah, you know, they just don't have any information.
Yeah, they have literally no. That's why it's innocent ignorance.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean, don't get me wrong.
Innocent ignore,
Yeah, but there are racist people in every country. Like, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, right. There's definitely Koreans and Japanese people who don't like outsiders, you know? Because let's keep it real. In Japan and Korea, all the trouble comes from outsiders. In Korea, like all like the fucking like problems and shit, not all the problems, but a lot of like the chaos that happens is from foreigners or like military that's in Korea. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like that's a real thing though.
It is.
Because it's a lack of respect and knowledge about the country they're in. Like a lot of military go to Korea and they don't give a fuck about the language or like learn the culture because they're stationed out there. All they want to do is party, fuck girls, and you know what I mean? And
that's what like you know you see on the news like some military guy like raped a girl in like, the town or something.
But you know what's crazy? Don't you find like our girls though like they look at like the military guys like oh like I want to date them like they find them intriguing and shit or no?
You ever heard of the word gaijin hunter?
What gaijin hunter?
I don't know if that's a real word or if that's just a joke. Gaijin hunters?
Gaijin hunter.
Like yellow.
Bro, there's like that's like low key true though.
It's just like girls that hang out on like roppongi and stuff looking for foreign dudes.
So roppongi, exactly. Roppongi is Itaewon in Korea. In Korea, right?
Yeah.
We had the same thing. Girls that only kick in Itaewon, they have like a negative not negative stereotype, but it's kind of like either you're like actually just trying to learn English is a good opportunity to language exchange and actually have interaction with foreigners, or you're just trying to get that foreigner D, or you're trying to get like that green card type shit.
Yeah.
Am I right?
True. Yeah, there are people like that.
There are 100% people like that. But the thing is, that's what I mean. But I don't think the people who are like the gaijins who are in those areas though, I don't really think they respect like Japanese culture like that, like generally speaking. Why are you only hanging out with Roppongi then? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like you stay in that safe haven because you know you can speak English here. You know? I don't know.
No, I get what you mean.
Yeah, maybe that's just me.
It's valid. It's that safe zone.
Yeah, because
the moment you venture out to the outer parts of Tokyo or something, you don't have that like English safety net.
Yeah. I mean, and that's when you really not only learn the culture, interact with real Japanese, and you get to learn actual Japanese culture. You think in Roppongi that's going to be like, it's still Japan, but it's like it's catered to the Western.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a tourist free for all.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
So, and I'm not holding myself to a double standard because when I lived in Korea, I am a foreigner, even in Korea, even though that is my mother country, that is not my native country, right? But when I was in Korea, I made it an absolute effort to not be Korean American, but become more Korean, understand my roots, try to speak more Korean. You know, if I could help it, try to live as Korean as I could.
Okay.
What's the point of like, you know what I mean? I don't know. That's how I look at it.
No, I see that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's wasteful.
Yeah.
You know, if you go to a different country and all you're stuck in is like this, the tourist spot.
Yeah. You know, do you think Tokyo being one of the major cities in the world, right? It's like Paris, London, New York, Tokyo, or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is how I personally felt, but I'm just wondering for you, do you think Tokyo has been over-traveled at this point?
Sorry, what is over-traveled?
Like it's too many tourists.
I think so, yeah. Tokyo and Osaka. Especially, I think Tokyo, yeah.
Not really Osaka. Osaka's still safe. I love Osaka.
Yeah, it's more like, it's more like California, kind of, like, and like, because, like, I think, like, the last episode, like, you guys say, like, New York is a kind of like
Tokyo,
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Osaka is
California. True, yeah. I think so, yeah.
That's a really interesting question.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is. I know the same certain spots are abused, you know, the tourist spots, but there's so much more to Tokyo. I think there's a focus on certain spots, but I think it's not, the other parts are not at all like explored.
Yeah.
And there are treasures all over the city. You just got to go and find them.
Really? What are some of your favorite parts or districts in Tokyo?
I know like everyone always goes to like Ikebukuro.
Yeah.
Ikebukuro is sort of like an old place. It used to be a little scary.
Really?
With like Yakuza involvement, I think.
Yeah, and like some have you heard of the word kara gangs?
What's that?
Do you know kara gang?
No, I don't.
Really, like that's the gangs. Like I think they were working like I don't know around the end of like the 90s or early 2000s. Like I think months ago, like when I was editing your video, like we were watching a Japanese Netflix show.
Yeah.
The title was like IWGP Ikebukuro Westgate Park.
Mhm.
That Ikebukuro, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because like he said, Ikebukuro was a very like sketchy place, like like 20 years ago. Yeah, but now like it's getting to be more otaku town kinda. I think so. It's getting more close
anime?
to be like anime, like Akihabara.
It's a
Kinda.
little bit, yeah.
Akihabara's
so.
crazy. Akihabara's a different level.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that shit's dope though. I love Japan,
yeah.
bro. That's crazy. But yeah, okay. So that area, what else would you say?
Well, actually, I don't know. I think Ikebukuro is also over touristy.
Oh, it is.
I think so now. Yeah.
I think like I went to a place called like Kuramae.
Kuramae?
Yeah.
Kuramae?
With my friend a couple
Nakudera.
weeks ago. It sounds ridiculous.
a couple weeks ago,
He's laughing. Oh no, sorry. A couple months ago.
yeah.
He's laughing because like it's so small. It's just the name of a
And
station.
very traditional city. Japanese traditional city. Like Monzen Nakamachi.
Yeah.
Or
Monzen
Nihon-
Nakacho.
Monzen Nakacho.
I know
I'm
you're
sorry.
not from Tokyo. That's fine.
I
but like
didn't
it's
know
Monzen
that. Sorry,
Nakacho.
Monzen
Yeah,
Nakacho.
yeah.
Sorry, Monzen Nakacho, or like Nihonbashi kinda, like a very
Mhm.
Japanese traditional.
Yeah. But like in I don't know if it's Kuramae or Kuramae. But anyway,
Bro, I think it depends on the area. I think we are saying Kuramae.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But
Anyway, sorry.
at this place there was a little brewery on the first floor and then a nice bar on the second floor.
Oh.
And they had so many different drinks that were making like they were distilling their what is it? I think it was gin or something.
Gin.
But
Right.
it was ethical gin.
Gin and
Like they
juice.
were reusing they were doing it through
Ethical
ethical
gin.
means, like recycling old glass, I think, or like reusing like other fermentation methods or something. I genuinely wish I could explain to you better, but there are these small pockets of places that aren't on the map, but you go to them and you have the best like time there. You
Yeah.
talk to the bartender and
Right.
they know so much.
Right.
And so I would say, yeah, the small pockets are
Yeah, so go deeper in Tokyo, right?
Yeah,
Don't just
stay-
go to
get out
like
of those.
Shibuya, Shinjuku. I mean, Hachiko needs some love. Go, go touch him one time.
one time.
Yeah, do you guys know the story about Hachiko?
Yeah.
Hachiko, yeah.
Can you explain that to people? Because I love that story, but I think it's more better if it comes from a native Japanese person.
Cool, Hanasu.
いや、ちょっと話してほしい。
英語で
英語で。俺もしかもそんなに細かく覚えてない。ざっくりとしか俺は覚えてない。
ざっくりとね。
俺もざっくり。
I honestly know very, very like surface level and simple. But there was an owner of a dog, and the owner would take the train from Shibuya Station, right? To work and then come back, and the dog would just wait at the station, right? The dog would wait at the station and it would walk home with the owner. But one day, the owner passes away, unfortunately. And the dog just stays at the station for days and days and days. And the owner just doesn't come back. And it's a really sad story, but to commemorate the dog, right?
Right. Go ahead. To commemorate the dog.
They built a statue.
In the heart of Shibuya.
Yeah, and like
I
right
love
in
that.
front of the station.
And that's a meeting station, meeting point.
That's the meeting point.
See,
right
I be
there.
knowing a little bit, right?
Yeah, why do you know that?
Because I've done that whole thing. Like my boy was like, "Yo, let's meet at the dog. Like let's meet at Hachiko." Like I've done that. I've been to Tokyo and all that.
Okay.
But like, yeah. So I think it's a sad story, but it's also a beautiful story.
It is.
It's an testament to loyalty of dogs and the pureness of a dog. Like, yeah. So basically, the owner would go to work every single day. He would take the train from Shibuya Station, and Hachiko, his dog, would follow him and guide him and walk with him to the station. And every time he would come back from work, he would be there waiting at Shibuya Station for his owner. And one day the owner died at work, basically, right?
Yeah.
Right, and he never returned. But obviously, a dog does not understand that. But he's waiting for his owner to come back, and he goes to the station every single day, just loyally waiting for his owner. But his owner never returned, and he ended up passing away until his dying days, waiting for his owner. And it's beautiful because it's like when he passes, though, it's like now they're reconnected. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just crazy. I
You
love
explained that
story.
way better than I did.
Yeah, I know, but like, because I love that story, bro. I love dogs, and like, I thought that's like a really beautiful thing.
It is. It's It's an incredible story.
It's an incredible story, bro. And like, have you seen the actual photos?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you gotta see. Dude, you also a cool thing about you're studying film. You want to be a film director, right? Or
Dude, that's an interesting. That's a whole different topic.
not
But
all different. Yeah.
yeah. What about the photos?
But you should see that because like people like us who are like kind of more visually based and visual
Yeah.
artists, like when you look at that, it shows the documentation. It shows you that era of Japan. When you see Shibuya Station, exactly where he was, you see like, you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it's like a moment in time. And it's just beautiful that like how like at that point there was no social media, but for a dog to be so acclaimed in the community and be taken, everybody knew Hachiko. You know what I mean? In that community, and like you see photos of where like he's surrounded by people. Like when he passed away, they did a huge celebration for him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I really like the story.
Dude, you've been going deep in the
Yeah,
rabbit hole.
bro, I love this. They made a movie in America about Hachiko.
I remember who was
Richard Gere.
Yeah, Richard. Yeah, Richard Gere.
Yeah, it was.
I saw that like I think way early on.
Yeah, it doesn't hit the same.
No, it doesn't.
No, it don't. He's like, hey, Hachiko.
Oh man.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
Well, now you know Hachiko is a very like TikTok place. I kinda
Yeah, everybody
huge
knows.
TikTok place. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Oh.
Man.
What would you say is your favorite thing about Japanese culture? Like that you know what I mean? I've asked Code this same question, right? Like now that you're in America and you've been separated a little bit from Japan, I'm sure there's things you missed that you didn't even realize. What are some things that you're just like so proud and happy that you were raised in Japan?
No, I'm just curious about like
Okay.
your answer. Because I answered the same question. So
I want to hear your answer afterwards.
oh really?
But
Okay.
because I don't know your answer, but I want to say that it works. Like Japanese culture. Okay, there are flaws, but in most of it, it works. People think about the smallest thing. Like, okay, this package is made out of plastic. It's gonna be really hard to rip with your hands. So let me add a small cut so you can rip it easily.
It's efficient.
Yeah, things
Yeah.
like people think to the last detail about a lot of things. And yeah, there are issues like some companies still use the fax machine.
Bro, I was saying Japan is right in
that's a
between.
classic joke.
Dude, Japan is like the perfect medium between analog and future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in some ways, it's like if it's not broke, don't fix it kind of thing.
Okay.
I think that's their mentality.
I feel that.
We've been doing it this way and it's worked this way. So why try to venture out into a new system where it costs money to train and like might be failures? I think that's part of the mentality. But overall, everything works. It's thought of, like it's considerate of the human. Here, like
the human experience is better.
yes, it's made for a human rather than the United States, which is made for cars, made for companies. It's so.
Damn, that's a crazy answer. This is real.
I mean, you walk into a
Okay.
convenience store and like the only small bottles it's all like sodas. And I don't want soda. I don't want water. I want like tea. And there's no unsweetened green tea. That's the kind of thing that like, there's no variety. There's no milk tea. I mean, you either got beer on the side, maybe seltzers if you're lucky. It's just,
It's like we have Hennessy.
oh my gosh. It's just all of that is like even the convenience store is like it's actually convenient in Japan.
Yeah, it's literally 7-Elevens
Dude.
are popping in Japan.
I love it.
Yeah,
Just
but not only 7-Elevens, fucking
Family Mart.
Family Mart. Yeah, right.
Yeah, Lawson.
Lawson. Lawson. Shout out to Lawson.
Mini
And-
stop.
Mini stop when you go out to the countryside.
We have all that in Korea too.
Really?
Lawson's, Mini Stop, Family Mart, all that.
Really?
Yeah, bro, we're neighbors, man.
I've actually been to Korea.
Have you?
Yeah.
What part?
Seoul and
Busan.
Gangnam.
no, what's the one very south?
Busan.
Is it Busan?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Was it an island or like?
No.
It was south.
It was the last place where
It's like it kind of reminds you of Osaka.
did it?
It was by the water.
But there was one like mountain. And a big
Word.
tower on top and like a lookout.
I mean, just like Japan, every city has that.
Yeah.
Do you
you're
know
right.
Japan has that? Nagoya got that too. The Nagoya Tower where you can look out in the view.
Yeah, kinda.
No, they do. I've been up
scenic,
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you be. Oh,
Yeah, I've been there.
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I love Nagoya.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah, it was cool.
I'm so
You know what
glad to
saying?
hear that. Yeah.
What do you think is one like difficulty in Japanese culture that you're here that you really like wish that Japan would be a little different on? I guess we're more open minded on. Or is Japan just perfect to you? And that's fine too if that's your answer.
No, that's a good question.
And you too, Cole. Like, what is something that, you know, like now that you've been here for a few years, so like I'm sure there's things where like you're changing little by little before you even know it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, what is something about Japan that you feel like, oh nah, America's doing this a little bit better?
So, well, because I've been in the US, for 3 years. Then I'm getting to be very like immersed in like Californian culture.
Right.
So I really know like the Americans, like especially like Californian people's like personality.
Yeah.
Like they have very like people skill,
Right.
very open. And you know, when I meet like with some people like in the party or like in the church or somewhere, they talk a lot, and like, you know, basically like they are very open, you know. You know, and also like on, you know, as he mentioned an hour ago, like Japan is not talkative, like, you know, they are not, you know what I mean, like especially in the party situation, like they are grouping like in a only Japanese, you know.
Yeah, they're quiet.
They are very quiet, introverted.
Damn, I can't wait. Okay,
Yeah.
introverted. What else?
Oh yeah, so that's why like actually like, you know, when I went to the party, like it was like a Japanese students like party, like, you know, it was like Japanese, you know, Americans Association party. So I was so like baffled, like, you know, when I talked to Japanese, cause like, you know what I mean, like, cause Japanese like is talking to only Japanese, and like, you know, they are not like trying to like, you know, open like the I don't know, the conversation like to the foreign, you know, to the
Yo, let's go tonight, bro.
Yeah.
I'm going in, bro. I will be documenting that. I'm gonna infiltrate the Japanese community.
Yeah.
I want more Japanese friends, bro.
Yeah.
I got you now, bro. Rather you like it or not. I'm just kidding.
Now it's a connection right there.
Hell yeah, bro. Fucking yo, I got a little thing from. Oh yeah, how about you? Is there anything in Japanese culture you wish it would improve on?
I'm still thinking. I think sometimes I wish there was a little more leeway. You know, the other day I was at like this premiere for a movie, and I went with my friend, and only I had a ticket. My friend didn't have a ticket, and my friend he's from the States, but he said, "Are you sure? Are you sure I can like get in? I don't have a ticket." And I was like, "Dude, it's fine. Just come with me, and then I'll talk to them." We went. I showed him my ticket. I said, "My buddy here doesn't have a ticket. Can you just let him slide?" They said, "Sure." That would never work in Japan. You know, like if you don't have a ticket,
you can't get in.
You're not getting in.
You're not getting in.
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
only the one person is getting in.
It's a little rigid.
It's so rigid, and maybe that's changing a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Actually, I couldn't figure out. You know, sorry. Can I explain it by Japanese? Sorry.
この間映画の試写会行ったのよ。
はい。
で友達と行って僕しかチケット持ってなかったの。入場券。
Cream team.
で
I love that. That's so cool. Keep going.
で友達が入れるかなみたいな。でずっと心配してたからいいよなんか話すからって言ったの。そのなんか入り口の人に。でチケット僕しかないんですけど友達も入れてくれますかみたいに言ったらいいよっつってでリストバンドで中入ってだからそういうの日本でないじゃん。
It's not flexible.
そう。
got it.
何？
融通が効かない。I think it's flexible, kind of. You know?
そういうところがないのが日本の欠点なのかな。欠点なのかなって。
That makes sense. Sorry about that. You know, like,
no worries. I love that. No,
sorry,
cool. I get it, bro.
Yeah.
No worries at all.
Well, I you know, literally like, you know, figure it out. You know, so I think so. Like that's why like Japanese way are sometimes not flexible.
Yeah, by the rule, by the book.
Precisely, yeah.
But that's why Japanese people, like, they're generally speaking, are very honest. Bro, I think I told Ko this situation.
Yeah.
I was in, oh my God. I think I was going to Miyajima, right? Is that, yeah, right. Yeah. Miyajima. And I left, I'm a photographer, obviously. And I left my lens, my Sony lens, on the train. On the train, right?
Wow.
And right when I got off the train, I turned, I was like, my lens. And I saw the train go, right? I was like, no, right?
That hurts.
Yeah, it hurt, bro. Because I'm a photographer. If I don't have my lens, I can't take the photo, like the ones I want. So I was like, damn, that's crazy, right? Literally 7 hours later, I had to go back to that station anyways. I'm like, anyways, I'm here. Let me ask. Let me just ask, right? It doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah.
I asked them, did you guys see a lens? Yo, someone returned my lens, bro. What? So that means someone found it and went back to that station and returned it, bro. And when she gave it back to me, she was just like, "Oh, arigatou gozaimasu." Like she was saying thank you to me, but it's by the. That's what I like that's one thing I got to be honest. Like even though I'm Korean and I'm proud to be Korean, look, if you lose something, it's gone. You're not gonna get it back. Japan, I know that's generally speaking. I know people steal in every country, but generally speaking, Japan, they don't steal and stuff like that because that's like petty crime to you guys. Yeah, you guys look down on that kind of behavior. You know what I mean?
I also feel like everyone's just comfortable enough to like not have to steal.
Yeah, it's like, yo, we're not hurting out here.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, I think so.
Just feels like a big enough middle class that nobody's really stressed out.
Dang, bro,
feel like guilty, kinda. I don't know. Yeah,
I've seen it.
No, I get you. It's not really a moral thing. It's a social economic thing.
Yeah,
it's not even that like I'm a good person. Like I just don't care to take your shit.
Yeah. Like I saw a bike on like outside my like on a side street outside my house. It wasn't chained up. It was nothing. It was this beautiful like green forest green bike. And it was sitting there for 3 months.
Wow.
Not even like the government, like some public worker picked it up, unchained, just sitting there for 3 months untouched. It was starting to build like dust and get grimy at the end.
Yeah.
And then finally after 3 months, it like someone took it away, but. I was just surprised. I mean, I'm actually not surprised at your story because of experiences like that where you see things like laying around and nobody cares to take them.
Wow.
It's very
there's no need.
Yeah. You're very well spoken, bro. I never thought of it like that. You know what I mean? Because you're like, I kind of attributed to being like, oh, they're just like honest people. It's not even that. It's just the country's so well developed. It's just like the middle class is like thriving. It's like you don't need. You know what I mean? Because why do you steal? Because you're in a deficit. Like, you know what I mean? You don't have.
Yeah.
Right. That makes sense. Yo, can I do something with both you guys?
Go for it.
So I want to do a little Japanese trivia.
Oh.
And let's find out who the real Japanese is here. Okay?
Oh, boy.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, boy.
Right?
There's my pride on the line.
Okay.
Got to sit up for this.
What is the current capital of Japan?
Do we raise our hand or what?
No, just say it.
Tokyo.
What is that word?
Current capital.
Tokyo.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Obviously, right? I'm starting a little easy, okay?
Okay.
Which district in Tokyo is known for the colorful and vibrant street fashion?
That's Harajuku, but it would be Shibuyaku, right?
Harajuku.
Harajuku.
Oh, you better, Ko, you got to do something. This can't be this.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? What is the largest and most populated island in Japan? You want me to give you choices if you don't know?
Largest and populated island.
Hokkaido.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, wait, no.
No.
Oh.
I know the answer.
What?
Honshu.
Oh my God.
Dog.
That's hard. Oh my God.
Yeah. Because it's made of 4 islands.
Wow.
Japan's an island, but it's 4 islands.
Oh my God. Ko, you better.
Bro.
And no,
It's 3-0.
I can't blame him though, because like you don't imagine Honshu to be an island usually, you know.
True, yeah.
Okay, what is the traditional dress of Japan? This is easy.
Traditional dress.
Oh my.
Kimono.
Yes.
Oh,
okay, we in this.
Yeah.
Kimono. Okay, right?
That was actually so simple. I thought it was like a catch.
Yeah. Oh, this one's easy too. Hold on. Okay, what is the symbol of Shinto, the indigenous religion in Japan? The symbol.
Symbol.
Do you know what symbol means?
Yeah, I know that symbol, but like Shinto no. Nanda.
You want me to give you 3 choices?
Yeah.
Okay. A temple. B, a gate. C, a stone.
Oh,
A.
It's a gate, right?
Yes, sir.
神社とかのさ、鳥居でしょ?
Good job, bro.
Yeah. I think it's like the there's an emoji for it too, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's an emoji for it.
Well,
Yeah.
All right. The thing is, I don't really know about Japan.
No. Okay, let's do.
That actually speaks on a small note right here. That's actually like speaks to the fact that a lot of Japanese people aren't even religious. Like that religion stuff is so ingrained in the culture that's more cultural than it is religious.
Oh,
so that's why
like this man is educating me.
I mean,
shit
like
crazy.
You know, when you walk through the gate, you're not supposed to walk through that gate. You're not supposed to walk through the middle because that's where the gods walk. So you're supposed to walk on the edges. That sort of thing is like nobody really knows that it's the god walking through, but everyone just knows that you walk on the sides.
Yeah,
of
it's
the gate.
become so ingrained in society.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then, okay, for our last final question,
Last
Ko,
final
are you ready, Ko?
Yep.
What does sushi mean in Japanese?
お寿司の意味。すの漢字ってさ、あるじゃん。
ことぶき。
ことぶきで、
ことぶきで、つかさね。
つかさ
司祭の司ね。
うん。で、それを、
But I don't really know like.
I mean,
about
he
that.
just described like the individual characters, but I don't know what like.
Can I give you three?
ことぶきって何
Would you like the three options?
Bro, can I cheat it?
No. You want me to give you three options?
Sure,
Okay, please,
yeah.
please.
A, shark food. B, raw fish. C, sour rice.
Huh?
No, because the reason is like, that's a combination between raw fish and sour rice. But the answer
But like
is not.
raw fish itself would be like sashimi じゃないの?
Right, exactly.
So
True.
then
So-
like
but when you say like, sour rice, that's only the meaning of like shari.
yeah.
The answer is A.
A what?
It was what was that? A shark like, what was the rest of like?
Shark food? No.
No. So okay, the B, raw fish.
No,
How about, what do you think?
sour rice.
Really? Really? No way! I didn't know that.
Yes,
I'm not being more
yes,
Japanese.
yes. Yo, man.
No,
Yeah, you're more Japanese. Yeah.
We got to discuss that afterwards.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, that was interesting. Yo, this was a great episode. Cool, man. Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you.
Man, it was very nice to meet you.
Appreciate it.
And Ko, man, appreciate you. You guys have any last words?
Yeah, it was a great, and I just realized that I really don't know about Japan. I was so shocked right now. Actually,
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
Don't feel bad. No, you didn't learn that. You just learned that he's more Japanese than you thought. That's all it is.
Nah, they just grilled that into me.
Right? And with that being said, see you guys next time.
Yep.
Thank you.